Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, yes, now we'll talk about Sure P. Lots of issues they've raised previously, but let's see how much of that we can take. We're joined now by Sam Ohuabunwa, who is the President, Nigerian American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for coming on again today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, then 20 months after this institution of this Sure P, lots of challenges, lots of concerns, because some time ago, if that was the appropriate quotation where Dr. Kolade was quoted to have said, look, we have funds, we have a challenge of funds. And then you'll imagine, okay, if you've got a challenge of funds because of the way the National Assembly has gone about the budget, it means Sure P will have a problem. Maybe, maybe not. But how would you assess this program months after?
Well, I'd like to say that with due modesty and sincerity, that the program has done very, very well. Mark my words, very, very well. Much better than many people have imagined.
How?
Not better than we would have. I mean, how do you measure success? You measure success against targets, against achievement. And when the Sure P was set up, like 20 months ago, and started operations, he set itself targets as to what it should achieve on a year-to-year basis. Last year we started midway, so several part of the year was spent in planning the projects, in understanding how they will be done, setting up the systems to ensure that the intentment of government is accomplished. Government intended that this money taken away from subsidy of petroleum will be employed in certain specific areas that will accelerate economic development, infrastructure development, and create a new set of safety nets for the poor and the vulnerable. And government determined what should be done. We started last year, did as much as we could, but this year there has been unbroken performance. I think what Dr. Kolade referred was to just one segment. In the shop you have two lines: infrastructure, where you have roads and bridges, you have railways, you have the Niger Delta, and things like that. Then you have the social safety nets. Within the social safety, there are about 5 segments. You have maternal and child care, you have vocational training, you have public works, you have community service and women, youth employment. And then you have FEMA, public works, and have public mass transit, all within the safety net. It's in one segment, the community, social and women youth employment, where there was a problem. The National Assembly took 18 billion that was supposed to have belonged to that service and put it in other places, and they haven't been able to restore it. That was where Mr. Kolade was talking about. And 18 billion against 273 billion that was for this year. You see that it's not a very significant part of the whole project.
Some other people would disagree with you. I'm so happy. I was going to say, Mr. Ohuabunwa, you said two varies there very well. Not even very well.
Very.
Meaning that's an A plus for Sure P.
Yes.
But the All Progressive Congress spokesperson, interim spokesperson, Lai Mohammed, has been speaking, and in his words, he said, Sure P, a sure pit for Nigeria's fiscal drain pipes. He had an article written in the Vanguard. So it is a drain pipe, and now you are saying it has done fantastically well. Perhaps let's look at some specifics now, because I remember then we had some youth and some other people who were actually undergoing training. After that, what's next for these people?
I think most of the people, with due regards to Lai is my friend, a very good guy, so I won't disparage him. But you see, a lot of comments are made in this country without facts and figures. Many things are politicized unnecessarily. If anybody wants to say something is a drain pipe, he needs to show what drained. I just told you now that we have two arms of Sure P intervention. Majority of it is in the infrastructure. You asking me what has been done. The Lagos Kano Railway has resumed by intervention of Sure P. If you go to the East-West Road, in April, May last year, the road was about 40% completed. As I speak to you now, it's about 86% completed. In the month of November, we're trying to do a road show to show the amount of work that has been done on the phase 1 of that road from Warri to Kaima, and what has been done from Eket, Port Harcourt to Eket. Those parts have been completed, and other segments. The other roads that...
And these are all Shopee
programs? Shopee programs. That's where the investment is. People are politicizing one segment, community, social, and youth employment, which is the one that is gone down to the states where work is being given to the youth. And it is an intervention program. It is supposed to be able to get the youths into some work that gets them busy. Some are paid 10,000 naira, and some other women who are just a way of taking care of the vulnerable. And it's a program that is ongoing from state to state. The federal government has deployed these funds to provide these services for people in the states. The states have their own Shopee allocations given to them every month. The federal government has only 42% of this subsidy removal, and they are using it to do work on the infrastructure and social welfare programs.
Okay, so can we say...
you cannot say it's a dream pipe. The people are working, the people are employed. In fact, even though it's a yearly program, the idea is that the Shopee is working to find an exit strategy, so that by the time these people are trained and they work for 1 year, they are absorbed, like in railways, in other areas where they are continuously needing labor.
Okay, but you know, when you say Shopee has done very, very well,
yes,
and some wonder, do we also classify that performance? Because if you say they've done very well, Shopee is not directly responsible for what the states do with their funds.
Yeah.
So for states who have not performed well, because I think it was 2 or 3 months ago, if I remember properly, where a member of the, I think it was Plateau State House of Assembly, that said the funds allocated for Shopee for the local governments has not been utilized.
Yeah.
It still lies there somewhere.
Yeah.
And there, here you are saying Shopee is done very well. Could that be at the federal level? What about the states?
Yeah, this is the
it's
point.
It's supposed to be holistic, isn't it?
This is the point I'm saying. The Shopee that you are hearing today, everybody is speaking about, is the federal government Shopee. The states and the local governments have done nothing with their own money, specifically allocated. It's the federal government money that federal government is spending at the federal level and also stating at the local levels. The maternity and child health care program today, where you have more than 6,300 health workers employed, where today we have over 500 primary health centers renovated, where you have a situation where over 224,000 pregnant women have accessed these services, are done at local government with federal Shopee money.